Hi, I'm Mackenzie Coston. I am the Young Women in Bio-Seattle Vice-Chair, and this is my video for our Spring into STEM video series, Staying Centered in STEAM, Ways to Nourish Self-Love and Self-Care. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about how I practice self-love and self-care and some things I've learned over the years and what it means to me. So self-love and self-care to me, kind of on a really basic level, just means how do I take care of myself and how do I make sure that I am okay and feeling good? And how am I making sure to give back to myself at the end of the day? So whether that's little things I do every day or some big things that I am, continuously working on, it's all of the ways and things that I do and even the way I think about myself or kind of speak to myself, all of those ways and how they contribute to me taking the time to work to make sure I am my best self. So going into a little bit of what I actually do for self-love, self-care, one of the biggest things for me is to move. So I love exercising. I used to dance growing up. So sometimes I'll do a YouTube dance video, something really simple, easy, just kind of fun and takes your mind off things. I also love to work out and exercise. And one of the most basic things I like to do in terms of movement is to walk. So I love walking. I try to go on a walk a day. It can be, just a quick little 30-minute walk or sometimes an hour-long amble around my neighborhoods. So I love to go to parks and walk around. I love to just walk around the neighborhood. Sometimes I listen to music or a podcast or an audiobook, but sometimes, at the end of a really long day when I've been in meetings or just talking to people all day, sometimes I need to just walk with nothing in my ears and just, listen to what's around me and be mindful about what I'm seeing and smelling and how I'm feeling. And then kind of a more extreme version of a walk, I love hiking as well. So I love, taking the time to find a cool hike. And I like longer hikes personally, but just spending that time out in nature is really rejuvenating, and there's nothing like it. I mean, nature's so beautiful and it's so inspiring, and it makes you realize that there's a lot more to life than, the little stresses that are going on in your life with school and work. There's this big, beautiful world out there, and it's really awesome to go hike through it and enjoy it. So I love hiking and walking. And then another thing I've picked up during the COVID-19 pandemic is crocheting. So I thought, well, why not try it? It looks pretty cool. So I, ordered some stuff off of Amazon, and turns out I like crocheting. So it's super kind of sciencey in a way because you're following patterns and there's certain stitches and you gotta measure and, there's a whole construction aspect to it, but there's also a lot of creativity, which is fun. And it's very satisfying to make stuff and have a finished product that you can wear or give to people as gifts. So that's really awesome. And I find that working with my hands and kind of having that active element can be really kind of meditative for me. Sometimes I can just sit and crochet and do that for an hour and I realize, oh my gosh, I just sat here in silence and crocheted, but I'm thinking about what I'm doing, and it's kind of a mindful meditation thing for me. I also really love reading. So when the weather gets nice here in Seattle, I love to take a blanket or my hammock out to a park and just read. I also love reading before bed. I find that's a really great way to take my mind off of work. I'm forced to just think about what I'm reading and not anything else, because I find, if I watch a show or something, I can get kind of distracted. But the reading really transports me to whatever book I'm in and helps me stay mindful and in the moment and not thinking about stress and work. So over the years, some of the most important things I think I've learned through getting a degree in STEAM and then working in STEAM fields is that it's so helpful and important to know yourself. So as I've become more independent, and lived alone, or just been apart from family, I really spend a lot more time with myself and my own thoughts and, entertaining myself. And it's been really helpful and important for me to check in with myself and think, okay, Mackenzie, what do you need to feel happy? What do you need to be your best self? What's going to get you through this day or this challenging thing at work? So that's been really transformative for me. So being able to recognize what I need to feel good, and then also being comfortable with just being by myself and being confident in myself have been really huge. And I think a lot of that has come from learning to take risks. Taking risks is really tricky, but I've found that when I just go for things that might seem pretty scary or crazy, I often, succeed. Or if you don't succeed, you learn a lot, and you learn that it is not the end of the world if you don't succeed. And that's given me a lot of self-assurance and the ability to say, okay, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? You have the ability to rebound and be resilient, which has been awesome. So I hope that through our video series, you find a lot of inspiration on how to stay, nourished and centered in the STEAM fields. It can be a hard field to go into. There's always work that needs to be done. There's always stuff you can do. But I hope from our speakers, you learn that everybody figures out a way to make sure that they're doing okay, and that it's also totally a journey. No one has the answer. No one knows how to stay centered right away. It's constant process, trial and error. So I hope you don't get discouraged, and I hope you always have the motivation to keep going and really dedicate the time and effort to giving back to yourself, making sure that you are feeling good. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoy the whole video series. And yeah, that's it for me. Bye.